And some of the doors on my men chassis and from Manchester City game no more born and rano. One game now results near very important for Manchester City. If you want to keep up the chase on the Arsenal team, the SSO now the results be SSO now the far results now. And Manchester City going into the game against a team like Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace recently, I don't know, say your attention now could Europe there. It looks like the domestic games they are playing Crystal Palace more than money yet. And even before the Manchester City game, now in the last 5 matches at Crystal Palace about English Premier League, adding the moment so winning game. That is how bad Crystal Palace has been in recent times. But Amuko Europa, the concentration on the Conference League, they perform very well. And also Coach Oliver Glasner, he's one who has won the Europa League. It's the Conference League about Betona. He wants to prove a point. He wants to prove to everybody. Samaji Europa League can put out Frankfurt. It's the Conference League, the League Amia as a manager, so he has to make sure he's going to win that particular one. Wamana a clear so since in the we are, and now the other Crystal Palace team never to Asubium. Yeah. And will be some more comedians, some more catcher. So you leave the stage when the applause is high. Yeah. And the time will be free stage, or be free Crystal Palace Bobo Kodimino, or person make it sure. So baby be the team or buy a Crystal Palace there, they say you come over qualify, and they say Major trophy or Major trophy. So he wants to win this one. No be just a legacy na to was cemented. Now if you are baby have an ordinary chair. And I'm sure say no can now contributed to their loss of concentration. Premier League in but Europe no more on the part of Manchester City there. If you still want to win the league, you have no option than to win the rest of your games. A do stage say there be a penalties. Me bomb the enema she me the nyina. So we be say be there me enya masem. It's focus on winning all your games. Within you are good to go. Now, player back watching my attention and now was Phil Foden, Andy. Yeah. Seriously speaking, I was happy for the young man. And finally, after so many games this season, me Phil Foden now me the last 2 years now. Okay. For someone to become the PFA Young Player of the Year, 2021, PFA Young Player of the Year, 2022, Osa. And Bobo Premier League you or no as the best player 2 consecutive seasons. Oji and our chess and now he has matured into the game. Obetimi abono the Manchester City into 2023-2024 season. The best player of English Premier League or no the best player of the EPL season. That season, he scored about 19 goals, assisted 8 times from a midfielder. An attacking midfielder, and as a forward line player, but on your striker, on your number 9. But this is how good the player was. Fast forward 2025-2026 seasons. One of the reasons in Manchester City Bobo Kono, na Manchester the poor performance of Phil Foden and the account. Or Welling but talent, Obama will go Silibi, and after Obama will go Silimu. But aside Haaland, players down there were no one to be for goals in the Savino performance in yet. Oma one good gamer. No atia kwa dabe 10 matches, 5 matches. Now who Savino be so be back up in the game. Or be standing to the test normal results. It was one of the reasons in Pep Guardiola dwene ho no who said there be. Adiani nyina kwa jina Haaland so. It's on days Haaland ntimi anya goal me ho kire me. Mamen Kongo fan to answer your fan. He is a winger on your number 9. But all the numbers will EP anymore. Oshe goes to be the Boani team. It is a minya winger Oshe goes. Minya winger 1 numbers. Number the neighbor Kalen Butalan. On days I have somebody who is going to give me goals. And until I make a few Foden loss of form. Because in the past, or a player no yes had the boy Manchester City Bobo Kono. For Doku the since time in memorial, Andy, and this season a Doku Asha yes and Iba goes on. He loves to dribble, he loves to create or person assist man in here. It's a Manchester City anymore. Player back one of the goals, Kahal and the end Phil Foden. But on not so soon you read this season, mono. None the performance, even when he is playing, goals and any assist and any or losing that kind of spark and form. It is for such a player. Never do this time around. Now, be who game no be mouth that performance in the past. Now who's all the bar on board at my Manchester City Bobo. It brought some sort of smiles on my face. Many Manchester City supporter. But team be one good players, the best players available. No mukita the right form and sparker. And the other football ni there.
Yeah.
And maybe Ababe Bruno. The Premier League is still keenly contested between Arsenal and Manchester City.
Yeah.
It's the time when we'll be here and the big players, the big boys will show up. Until Ryan check your bench, you know. Now Phil Foden assisted the first 2 Manchester City goals. Phil Foden a film. Ryan check Yaba. Check Yaba run on to Batwaso. From the young check it all this season. Or by assisting the 3rd goal in my Manchester City. And imagine these 2 players. Foden picked this kind of form and also about this kind of football from the start of the season. And now Ryan check let's just imagine how it is going to be our Manchester City team. Yes. But finally, Abantene find this as spark. One game though, but so once this has gone well, as I say, and Savino so after so many months. And soon you go to my Manchester City. Again, Antoine Semenyo, after 2 solid months, had a Premier League goal for Manchester City. I think Pep Guardiola is finishing well. And Premier League game just as he didn't Pep tie. But the onus lies on Mikel Arteta now. Ube Jemu, Amanako. At this crucial moment, and I don't think Arsenal is going to do that at any moment or any point in time. Kudos to Pep Guardiola for winning and putting pressure on the Arsenal team. Now we have story between Luis Enrique and Laurent Blanc.
Yeah.
Say Enrique Atai.
Yeah.
11-11 when it comes to trophies with Laurent Blanc. Andy, a bit to me I pay, but trophy maybe to change. Yeah. Luis Enrique Jumana why of French League animal. Men disrespect coach bia. Men say Carlo Ancelotti munina ko coach of French League animal. Big managers, top managers. Ako French League animal ko coach. But me who French League animal chef French League animal. There is no coach our French League animal or perform better than Luis Enrique. Nobody. It is not just about winning the trophies in Po. Sayamfa no ntonchenya, niembre no no later. For a team to pick up, for a coach to pick up a team, put the team together. Number about the kind of footballer coach in the Mantia neighbor. It reminds me of the Barcelona team under Pep Guardiola. At that time, no matter how strong you are, no matter how big you are, no matter how good you are as a team or a manager, Ukoshiasa Barcelona team under Pep Guardiola now yam sheshewo. And it's just because of how good they played. Our park and so you can see coordination from the goalkeeping department to the midfield to the attack. Every department of the team understands each other and they work perfectly. Our park and so. It's usually Luis Enrique team now. It's not just about players. Oh, aside the players' quality, the system is working. Barcelona were campaigning this season. Our Champions League. There were a lot of the big boys in the Paris Saint-Germain team no money available.
Yeah, no Mayulu.
Or the Jantumo, Seni Mayulumo. These young boys, because they understand the system and the system is working, they operated with that particular system and got the results. Shabamuniki game no Mukobo Alliance Arena this season. Look at the stage and answer time and Eldru. Oh, he Osman Dembele Mufrim. Look at the players he brought in. Yet, because the system is working and the players has understood the system, they play to perfection. Any other kind of results are not coach they pay. Aside that, before Luis Enrique's arrival, our France. Now it is only one team that the Champions League of France. Am I Renfi? It was only Olympic Marseille. I bet you play the and another Champions League of France. Aside them, nobody in the French League, no team, and another team in the Champions League, our French League animal. Yeah. At the time I say my Paris Saint-Germain breaks. I'm postponing more matches because I'm about Champions League a do crucial stage. All the other teams in the French League no more for us. But the only team no more for us of France, the Olympique de Marseille. Because on the record now, I have to Paris Saint-Germain team looking at the kind of football they are playing, or move to me a breaky. And truly, Paris Saint-Germain breaky is our record now. Oshabo now mobile, trophies now moje. Marseille Champions League, you know. Omun to be treble now. Paris Saint-Germain last season they won the treble.
Yeah.
as we speak, they are the only team in the French league. Our team has the continental treble. Our French league animal. Say coach be kwa for team. Na team ni say ye dey Oscar. Player bia wo pe wo wiase bia ye betimi atoma. But coach ni say nye player bia na me pe. Even some of your big boys. Our mo team nim po no. And yema bia me pe so mo ye no mo ntimi nye. Enti wo say bi no mo ko. Na me timi nya control wo team ne so. Kylian Mbappe was a typical example. Yeah. Press was on one team press and adwuma ne go. Coach let us say in football, your system bebre. You want the partial press, you want the coordinated press, and those who bebre. Many per the coordinated press, the whole team has to do it. It is a one can one. Many press and never say. It be my more football now, me press me bono. So you have to press. Mbappe so on one team. Eventually he decided to be free team. He left the team. When he left, coach and say, players no person mo ye adwuma. Mo so mo ntimi nya no. Obi ti say Kylian Mbappe our free team no. Now a man akwanya ama ne be control everybody in the Paris Saint-Germain team. These were the words of the coach. Ose Mbappe na all corner. It is giving him the opportunity to control every single player in the Paris Saint-Germain team. And o control you be with team no. Look at the kind of results I have. And which players now what to turn.
Which any players now clearly he's in total control.
Yes. Now say Akivicha Karaskalia bekan.
Yeah. Before that not them billions work.
O see anya Paris Saint-Germain bobo ko ni mu a. Now only my friend defensive duties.
Yeah.
But today or added that to the game because a yadia coach in the past say we hear the man.
Obian how lazy Dembele was. Now after Bayern game the first leg of Paris was he coaching? Omubuzano he was running everywhere. Omubuzano say with this coach one run here you come out the next game you are benched.
Of course. And when you are benched, you are not going to feel so superior. That is why I was talking about the system.
Yeah.
The system is working and the players understand the system. It's whoever steps in functions well in your absence because he works with the system. It's so superior. Say me minimbo, me the oya me ha me ho, and I say Debbie. And a lot of the players under him, the system is even making the players better. Marquinhos, with no disrespect, they are not extraordinary players. Marquinhos is a good player, but he has never been extraordinary. That top centre back, Debbie, me more Marquinhos and fan count, but he's operating well in the system. And if I know Mendes free buy, ni pass in name no Vitinha, João Neves, Fabian Ruiz. Collectively, they are going to give you what you need on a field of play. It's a Jumana Luis Enrique or Paris Saint-Germain. How I will put it team together. Anyhow, I will move. Bradley Bakulamo. Desire Duemo. Even Osman Dembele is playing the best football, and as he has played the best ever football, because under him, what team has Ballon d'Or this season. Osman Dembele about matches saying he has played about 22 matches or so in the French League 1. Was starting only 9. He's won the French League 1 player of the season.
The system is working.
The system is working, and players no more crying. Some will be working with the system. No, they are performing. Until one blank there, why trophies or beje a bet tie no cremini problem. But the kind of a Juma Luis Enrique aye trophies are waje, records are wasete. Our Paris Saint-Germain team no. There is no manager I have seen in the French League our performing better. And the change coach I find is Luis Enrique. And or share how dominant he has been or what he wants to do for himself and baby at Barcelona he won a performance. But at a point now he move be few say or conform. So he needed that Paris Saint-Germain platform. And no one or the Koye Juma or Chelsea as you interview Chelsea for fan no.
The Chelsea for no maybe Luis Enrique come Chelsea for them today pa 1 years I interview na dia na account man so mo Luis Enrique interview almost one year dey omujano e ko fa Graham Potter
Engese wanya de oba de omo no peninyen no de mom ba chochate.
Okay.
E bia ande ubetumi ama 100% e beka say de 100% obe challenge e pe obi o 30 na e control.
Okay.
So because if you are Luis Enrique mono, they would want to be involved in the transfers. Chelsea policy now okono. coaches be brain when involved in the transfers. Your potentials are young, say, Tony at the bro. Into your chef in a kitchen hall. You ever could dig down near the abroad now, the young Quina May. But Luis Enrique Mono, there be a Monpenesa. And at Paris Saint Germain, he's getting that total control. Nancy as a reporter, but Jose Mourinho, Pedro Madrid, Madrid, Penny, Adina. Jose Mourinho, I shall say, can name our Paul Madrid. And total control a part of these things. Zabi Alonso Onya, just because he wants to win your coach, Abia Umuamiasa. And the Abia may interview Jose Mourinho, but just because he needs total control, every team, may decide that they be men fan, my family, we obey team, obey Hame. And I'm sure it's going to happen with Chelsea. But a Jumana, why you Paris and Jamaica, I am happy. And I'm sure Chelsea penny for at this moment or maybe no more looking at the kind of job he's done. And it is not as if they spend it extravagantly. Say be out to top players, be a Cassia be Bruce be there be. The money is there. He feels in when he needs it. Patrick Woho, Marquinhos Woho, Minya center back they are backup. Because can baby Munio or 5 years abani the Naba. Minya be on my left flank. Yakwakwa kofa Kareskeli at the Naba. So he's feeling in when he needs it. And it's not just about buying any other player keke. And I believe Sir Jumana Waye so far, and just as I said earlier, the quality he's shown. For me, French League Anna Maherna Andy, there is no coach our performer better than coach Fenite Luis Enrique. Inter Milan, any Christian Kivu story, no. And Pennyforce one good 10 deserves the other. Honestly speaking, Christian Kivu has done extremely well.
We don't go for doubt in the power.
Me doubt no.
Inter Milan last season, how Champions League ne crash final crash
yeah.
Now Ubias was on a top manager now, not Christian Chivu.
Yes. Honestly speaking, I'm one of those people and I'm a doubter. No. And it's simple. Where is he coming from? Who is he? There are certain things when you do or you say, people start to ask questions. Inter Milan and Rise could do that kind of leveler. Or Champions League final on a Paris Saint Germain. They still have their team intact. Omo coach Simeone, as you free on wako. So only free on wako. People were expecting saying Inter Milan level now could do no. We play coach our new Champions League no. Or take Champions League na say. Na project baby am build their Bruno coach na baba to a project and so they free on them. But Inter Milan decided to go be the number one or the neighbor Christian Kivu. Someone who doesn't have experience in the Champions League as a coach. We didn't look at the Betimia League, but we were thinking, say, Inter Milan at that stage and also at that time, Italian Serie A, so the focus and attention should be on the Champions League. Men disrespect Italian Serie A, but Andy Ubobo only do a certain stage. Domestic trophies then your target to be teams to say Bayern Munich mo. Obeto players no be bibia. But Bayern Munich player bia o to be any because say obeto the Champions League, not because of the domestic league, because league na ye bono. Waje makoma ko 35. The oda na chi oben no krampo in Nuremberg also waje 9. Into league no only competition o league ni mo. And to build the team no to go and fight in Europe. And to say Inter Milan the team build the team domestically will conquer. The next target should be about the Champions League. If you move to do an Christian Kivu ni ehwe so ba be fatim no.
Yeah.
Christian Kivu aba. Kivu ba ye no. And why na ntokwa sha se wo team nim. At the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
Lautaro Martinez. One Chahanoglu issues. We see me pra we see praye. We plan what the team na chaba US. And me more we say we see any able to do a bold Club World Cup no cry me free team ni mo me comment to us biom na Lautaro Martinez abano abekasa say ai Inter Milan na call a big club play bi o bi ase so giving it all confusion new manager ba e hona nkomo ne hyase ya kase critique ki won timi nye oba ye na players ne egos a hyase ne na e dan na di no onye top manager on timi manage top players any ade player bi anko hwiansi the manager makes sure so solve issues no. And if it is just about people I will no be a problem only no problem there any free team no nko because nka manager bia obeka se yempam no free team nim and Lautaro Martinez de Chahanoglu no why na ne ho hia So when and who had the end of the who said the Indiano, Yana Quina onco. Yen Penny perform na Mishim. 9 Tamalan team in the money ball. That was going to be the easy solution. But manager didn't take any of these decisions or decided to solve a problem on him and it takes managers more balls, more courage, no money and they take decisions like this. Last season at the start of the Champions League, only Luis Enrique knew Osman Dembele or problem.
Yeah.
It's a game no more against Arsenal. Who now after 2-0 Fanam Kobe. But after that, coach now my Pamu player no almost settle on differences. And today, the coach has made the player a better player, and the player has also made the coach a better coach because on also have manager trophies. The Christian Kivu solve issues, and I'm ranting and tonight, and I'm here Jumabom. Fast forward the year season, the year season, he's won the Italian Serie A, even with matches to go. Okobokopa Italia finals. Wasanso akwa Gia no the account. Win it double in the first season. Champions League now Nkoye. But just as I said earlier, Champions League in your coach in a level. So he's now coming to learn on the job when it comes to the Champions League. And per Juma now and baby Inter Milan looking at the poor stats to everything Inter Milan. Seriously speaking, Inter for only option better than so many managers never twice. Because we named your free manager in the first season. Football no be a castle be a first season be an adaptation period. And manager ba na the first season. Empo with major trophy say. What are you going to expect or what is he going to do? Should he settle well in the subsequent seasons? See, for me, I feel say Inter Milan there, a Jumana Christian Kivu, I doubted him as a person, but he has proven me wrong. And I love managers who does that. Inter Milan and Awari and Twaso, and I believe Tabebo Inter Bobo Nandi.
Meras Leonard Kusi Ajimai, culture, and what's in Kano.
Annie, no more car about coaches. No, I say coaching is very important. Our game no. To make football, obey coaching at the frame because a coaches no, and a dear bedroom level I agree. It is over here, every team, whether good or bad, or coach. And in the moment a team be there, the first point of contact a coach. Say, Yabobona results on the field, ne Emma. Who blame the coach or who speak to the coach to make things happen. Yes, at the first point of contact, a coach. And so they be about other things. The question is why. The why is that coach now is so or no or the scripts in the eba. What's that? On the better the plan be a model strategy. No, the strategy here a short-term measure. Yeah, they per certain results. But what I say, short-term measure be a ube put it together. Or they a certain results. That is the strategy. And maybe a coach is in the deba because a game near born one after the other. So this game here, it will be the following week. Into what the strategy for games are a short-term for that very game. Into strategy now the aban. Players in the actors. It is just like movie. If you director and the scripts about and the actors in the be acting. It's one a set scripts and I saw the aban. A yeah, they are acting a better because the scripts about more acting. It does not make sense or it doesn't make a meaning, and I said there is no wisdom or whatever in it. But scripts you are on point. It is a winger actors who are also good at moving a bit blue. It's in the movie industry and all that, you know. To me, your friend is saying, to me, actors, if it's like musician, when you write music and the music is good, you go to studio to want to record. Or engineer, sometimes you catch how far it works out. There are the call studio. When you are going to the studio, Andy, you know, say when you were the passing way. But at the studio, when the engineer adds a lot, I bet the essing way. All these things happen. And what I'm trying to say is that obi to me arranging a year, man, one or what they will be arranging a year, send me out to a bekoi. But also what I say. And coaching is very, very, very important. Because even at school, people are trained. Here, the teachers are the coaches, they are the trainers. And so another name for coaching is training. So all the sports in the world, say a year individual sport, and I say a year team sport, we have coaches. And even in individual sports, coaches be bring so agidini. Ebisa Floyd Mayweather Senior in boxing. He's one of the and Ninia Roger, may he so rest in peace. They are one of the best coaches in there. And a host of others by. Into football there, coaching it take 70%. Now the rest of the 30%, we call it improvisation. Improvisation is a player who creates bibia e wo mu enye coach natural because eduma ye obia wade bia and e wo mu nobody taught you. After what BKB has taught you, the direction he has given you, there is something in you he never taught. And sad in a drew baby and no only shiba obia ubisa. It's improvisation here 30%. So what it means is that a very good coach with very good players ubenya A. I say a good teacher with good students mobeding school mubecha. A very good teacher with average students ubenya their results. You have an average results or okay results, and a very good teacher with bad students ubenya they
bad results.
Bam. And it's not top players be want to be with a top coach. That's how it goes. And it's a Osha coaches have shaped it. One, the greatest coach at FIFA a year all time, and the Henry Michel from the Netherlands. On the date, their friend Total Football by. At that time, the Netherlands and they bought that Total Football. That the proponent of that Total Football, na Johan Cruyff. Okay. Total Football is a interpositional play. In Sandy, say me ball 5 na me move able to abesema name. Say me ball 9 na me quad yo 8 besema name. That's how they play, and it was incredible. The Akans Holland and to me and Walker, they got to the final. Almost so be abasa, including Brazil Munina. But when they got to the final, they were beaten by Germany. And Nama Johan Cruyff and to me and the World Cup anyway so kakra. And even Cruyff was the player of that tournament. So if Cruyff had won the World Cup and Kamika just say player of the century rankings, he would have come up.
Okay.
He was such a star. And the would tone chair. Renos Michel be coachy Barcelona. And not Johan Cruyff a buy from Ajax. Only Ajax Cruyff near Moje Champions League no so twice on 3 occasions. And Cruyff Oja no aje Ballon d'Or 3. He was a star in the game during that time. Nobody comes near. Andy Cruyff was so bad as a player. When said that yenya success of course in a Clasico Mutumisha Madrid 5 near day, but all her success na far and few Madrid dominated. But Cruyff as a coach and the Enna a cemented Barcelona BBR. It was Cruyff who won Barcelona first Champions League trophy in 1992. And in 1994, Mosako finals Obekaya. And na AC Milan for sure 4-0. Na Romario mo were there. And we had Hristo Stoichkov mo were there. He had players. Top players. And we had Ronald Koeman, who was his captain. Only say Koeman, basically the only defender was a goal spot in the history of football. Yes, not free kicks, no penalties, the Messi, no 2 records in La Liga. He had players. And this one other player, Michael Laudrup. So okay.
Yeah, Michael.
Yeah, Laudrup was also key player. Omona J League network so for so long now. Coach Bakun to me in J League and plan to also for until say Juventus coach Bakono a best our record no. Until who say no Ojai Barcelona Sako Madrid. Echo ball one season Laudrup. Michael Laudrup, who's on me to Brian and Michael. Brian and Chelsea, or a very young Nojai. It's Michael Sako Madrid, Sako J League. 85 consecutive seasons, no, Michael Laudrup won the La Liga. Now, during his time as a coach, the captain Bako was Koeman. And Koeman soon say Goldman 92 or Moje, yeah, Friday say Champions League for the first time for Barcelona. And then later, one of his captains, Ebe Johan Cruyff. So when Barcelona needed a coach after Sir Rijkaard, they called him. Only said no more Jose Mourinho. Okay. Because Jose Mourinho himself started working under Sir Bobby Robson at Barcelona as an interpreter. So that is why he started the coaching staff. Luis Enrique, any friends, Pep Guardiola, no more players at that time. And Bia was there for Mourinho to take over. And Mourinho too knew that he was coming home. And Johan Cruyff, on a decree, because he was the honorary president of Barcelona, decree said there be a Pep Guardiola. And dear ma, Mourinho die, yes, Adian. And so was a time of call Inter and I just said you also bet Barcelona answer. And the time of Musia now or you are from champions, just no yen. Why do you think he would do that? Just no. He was doing that to say that he has paid them with their own coin. And so Guardiola so be take over. And also the tiki taka buy. Because crime, the crifism, it's all about intelligence, creativity, any attacking football. And a crime, so they tiki taka and buy tiki taka. Pep, it was always there, but I say it was branded a short pass, possessive passing. Oh, ye pass ball no. Na sadeno, sandi unye unju hundi a untuminge. And I no more catch and flake say, boy, it's near mistake, but maybe I give them confidence to play. That is what football is all about, confidence. And the only say Magway, sa ball no the coach no machine. Okay.
Everton Man City no.
Bibi ba me too. Who say Ghana hanga ball team no be bobi. Nka season no be bobi.
Come trying.
You are trying. Naga club president naga say wo ko fan make say mempe, but the coaches give the players confidence, so it is something we should learn. Because when a player knows that our confidence when he coach ma, automatically he plays. Because a boss and where he knows that our support, so he himself will fight to make it up. Until cry for so ebe ball, your friend say Pep and so ebe ball the tiki taka na and or the koi. Now say wo here, it was say Busquets and so be a coach. Now or a good coach because obia proponent because almost a tiki taka na proponent. I say the scene solo. Ebi onu jinema na ye adwuma na ye Busquets. And it's not my I to recall ya or use Busquets it way. It I said Busquets to be tending to become a coach because I didn't hereditary from Henry Michel to Johan Cruyff to your friend Ronald Koeman, then to Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola so proponent na ye Busquets. Ose me boa. Pep Guardiola no a defensive midfielder. When he teams are going in a position ben who's a side strikers nation. Position ben who's a extraordinary a defensive midfield. And it's a we a coach not unim ball boy. Position now born me max or major just Bob Park no say who be your Moreno played as a goalkeeper meboa. It is the reason it's very very difficult to say until recent times. It's a coach be a time no Bob born they are not oyeno or ba park no so or the bar because ye man confront say Busquets played well meboa. Oba City na one or Obeto Fernandinho if I'm right.
Yeah,
and he was a pillar in the team meboa. After Fernandinho why by
Rodri
pillar. Even Rodri until now, so we all see the win results. Or call Bayern now why not see defensive midfield?
Bayern no at a point I said no Joshua Kimmich
be boy. Ena Thiago
Alcantara boy. Even Leon Goretzka crano nya bad.
No nya bad. Into that area and he gets it right. Into I said Busquets will be a coach. Why am I saying that? Last night me can say Mizandi see here. In the next decade no. And here all the top teams in Europe no. Be 80 to 90%, 70, 80, 90%, mumbo dating to this prophecy will be managed by Spanish managers. Only me arguing. Currently, as we are speaking, Luis Enrique, Mikel Arteta, Cesc Fabregas, Pep Guardiola, Xabi Alonso, Xabi Ankasa, Mbajowati Asia, Omunyina Ewoho. But it will be also taken over by former Barcelona players. So what the other nations never come Laurent Blanc and Mokana say, or no, Waji trophy, or a former Barcelona defender, of course, but Manchester and San Woko. Or the Tuncha Luis Enrique from Real Madrid. Enrique or Madrid and San Barca, but I Madrid no, or Mfa Abutoyem ne friho. Into Oba Barca, not Barca from Comun feeling is also from Madrid neighbor. But 5 years he won the heart and became captain. And now no so Bibiani or Befa Spain national team now or make sure that Madrid players no get on Fabino. So they do that to retaliate. But also what they are making on Uria Ronald Koeman or a former Barcelona captain, Cesc Fabregas from the youth and or call Arsenal and or Samba back. Pep Guardiola, the least said the better. Yanko your friend the Xabi Alonso. What is Alonso bought Madrid in Liverpool? But he played briefly in the academy. And so no, because me made Madrid the most because that is the team he played in Liverpool. But because he played the academy, no, me to me so 100% your man so no so free. But ne papa bought Barcelona. Growing up in Barcelona, Chrome one or tier or ne your friends Arteta and son of Mungina a movie. Now, what the tone child, okay, and over body.
Yeah.
Only saw a former Barcelona player, also not a striker. Nay, said Javier Mascherano, so kind from Liverpool to Barca. And you know the Messi Mokoje Caps. But it's just all my pam. I don't know it's all pam. Name found. It's his keeper. No, also keepers no so among you. Let's keep me who Bobby Charlie. And see, all these coaches, Laurent Blanc, Luis Enrique, Ronald Koeman, Mikel Arteta, Cesc Fabregas, Pep Guardiola, Xabi, Rafael Marquez. He's also a coach. Nana Odiaba, Xabi Alonso, Kakra, Medekakra, Ernesto Valverde Mascherano. Even Iniesta or Yene Badges. We know about Yaya Toure. Who's a Toure is your coach? Hey, Biabeka so nya MI, but he's also a coach. And see, I say Barcelona system, no, and they produce a lot of coaches. And for that matter, it was Spain produce a lot of coaches. And country be as a winning born and they see who coaches who. And it's not Ghana, Ghana, watch the best coach on the African continent. Meaning so me yardine. The late says Jones I took a few. Even after no cry, our coaches like the late Sam Dodu, what's I say, the late Afrani, you mentioned that the late Ben Kofi Moni Adina, these were top coaches. Agrifem Moni Ade, also the clubs in Africa, imagine we wanted our local coaches. And one thing I make and say, country winning born a bar, as a who coach Argentina or coaches. Brazil coaches on by Europe and also, but few ones are banner to me idea. Luis Felipe Scolari moving out to be coaching Chelsea after winning the World Cup. And isn't that surprising enough, say, all the countries that have won the World Cup from its inception, Andy, coaches in now natives. And you know, coaches are the World Cup in my country, piano, in Africa. And it's a way of football nation, Andy, winning born a bar. One thing we need to see, say unya coaches and so, and the count. There's a coaches in one, something is missing.
Let us see.